Hey guys, this is Inverse, and after a month break with school and holiday stuff and things like that, I'm back. Got you a 1v1 here between myself, my Terror Commander in North Langra against AFKNinja, who is, I believe, still the number one Armour player on the leaderboards. This is actually a practice game I played in preparation for Harlequin's 1v1 Invitational, and I will actually be posting, along with this video, a replay pack containing, I think it's most of my practice games. I think I forgot to save one or two of them, but it's 90% of my practice games on this patch leading up to Harlequin's Invitational. Hopefully he will get around to posting the first round games shortly. Not sure what's going on with that, but hey, he's got to work at his own pace, I suppose. A few more announcements just to make while this game's getting underway. AFKNinja doing a weird little opening. I think he got charismatic engineers. I don't know what was up with that, because they don't actually, I don't think they build things faster. I haven't really checked. I know they don't repair things faster. That's a common misconception, but I'll talk about that later. Anyways, there will be a number of video guide content pieces on game replays in the coming months, at least hopefully before February rolls around, so go looking around for those. I'll post them on my channel as I post them on GR, so you guys will be able to find it here as well. And I will also be playing the Company of Heroes retail beta a lot more than I'll be playing Company of Heroes online in the next few months. The beta's really been progressing very, very nicely. Mora Taylor Fails, the Relic designer in charge of organizing and planning the beta and implementing all the changes, has been doing a really good job communicating and just getting the changes that the good players, the expert players in the Company of Heroes community really want, and it's really shaping up well. I'm really excited for it. So I will hopefully be posting some first-person videos from that beta. I will also still be casting replays in Company of Heroes Online, but I probably won't be playing too many games, so I probably won't be doing any first-person videos for the Company of Heroes Online beta, just because of a number of personal reasons that I won't get into. Anyways, let's get on to the game, which is, I know, what you guys want to be watching and not listening to me ramble along. Over here, actually, I think I get very lucky. Yes, I do. I get lucky. If you, something interesting to note, if you push around, the engineers actually know. Oh, yep. Managed to actually keep him off the point. If you push around the capping engineers on a point like that, they'll move far enough away from the point that you'll actually be able to put them off and capture the point. It's a good little tactic. I need to retreat here. I actually lost a lot of mana right there. I'm using 3 men, even though I have the crazy, ridiculous, overpowered Axis army items. I was actually talking earlier, I don't know if you guys were reading the chat, but this is actually the first game I used the crazy MG firepower buff item, and you'll see how ridiculously broken it is in a little bit. It's pretty ridiculously over the top. And yeah, I did lose a lot of manpower right there. That was a bad idea. I should have retreated this Volk squad a lot earlier. Even though I don't even know how much I think it's like 17 manpower with the army item that reduces manpower cost. So I'm not really losing too much, but I mean 17 manpower times 4. That's a lot more manpower than you want to be losing, especially that early in a game. Finally got my first MG out. I went my standard build. I go Volks, Bike, close combat, and then I got my MG. MG's just so powerful right now. Mine going down right here. I'm not sure if I'll catch it, but MG's just so powerful right now. He's actually pointing out no MG. Too bad. There actually is an MG, unfortunately. But yeah, MGs, you really, on 90% of the maps, you're going to want 1, probably 2 if your opponent goes bars, which he hasn't yet. So in Company of Heroes Online, it's kind of the opposite of retail. In retail, you assume, at least in the current patch 2.6, right off the bat that your opponent's going to be going fast bars, because that's just so powerful. In Company of Heroes Online, fast bars is almost always suicidal, unless you know your opponent's not going to be expecting it, in which case it's very good. But he is going to have to retreat right here. Allied Tier 1 really can't stand up to... Ooh, I didn't dodge that grenade. I tried to dodge that grenade. But anyways, in Company of Heroes Online right now, Allied Tier 1 cannot stand up to Axis Tier 1, which is a serious problem, because without Tier 1 dominance, allies have serious issues. Of course, Armour is able to slightly... What am I doing? Double capping. One of these squads needs to move. Anyways, even though Armour does have a few options for defeating Axis late game, and I actually... Okay, I know this is interesting. This Minesweeper can detect this mine through the hedge right here. He had the rifle squad in this building, so I knew if I moved this Minesweeper over to try to defuse it or whatever, he was going to just focus down my Minesweeper, and I was going to lose the Minesweeper. So what you can do if a mine is revealed, you can just tell a few squads, tell one squad even. I just told my bike and then later told my Volk squad, just attack the mine, and mines don't really have that much health. It'll blow up and you'll be good to go. I'm going to cap this and then probably instantly retreat if I can. Retreat, yep, okay, retreating. MG is going to move into position. He's trying to flank again. It's a good idea, but once again, like I said before, flanking a little bit difficult in Company of Heroes Online. I mean, it is possible, especially if you do it in such a way that your opponent can't really predict what's going on, which is the case right here. I did manage to dodge a grenade, but if you look, he does have 3 rifles and a flamer, and I am a little bit out of position. I am getting my Tier 2, which is good because he is getting a supply yard, and we'll probably be getting, yep, motor pool right there. So I am teching properly. I do have a bit of manpower floating, but I am going to want to get a pack out right away, and that'll give me enough manpower to do that. He's just trying to push me off right now. He's doing a good job of it. However, it was, I don't know. It's kind of tough call to make right here. Personally, I managed to dodge a grenade right there. I always watch for the grenade animation. Always, I wish I could have shown you guys that, but well. It's a difficult choice for an American player to know when you're going to attack and when you're just going to play passively and cap around. In this case, probably a good idea to cap. Of course, you see he's now controlling 2 fuel points, which is good. Of course, he is going for a motor pool, and I know this, so I'm not really too worried about getting my counters out in time. You see, I should be getting a pack soon, but I'm not. But I'm not really worried about getting rushed at this point. I do need some more mines. I don't really have any mines out on the field right now, but he doesn't really need the fuel at this point because I don't want to switch over to his player cam, but he does have an M8 building. He almost certainly had enough fuel for it, considering he had controlled this point for the entirety of the game. And the fact that he hasn't shown me any sort of text, so no grenades, no bars, of course no sticky bombs, no weapon support center, I'm almost positive he is going for a M8, so I'm going to be teching Tier 2 in anticipation. There we go, in anticipation of that. I also got a medic bunker just because medic bunkers, especially when you start north on Longra, are just so incredibly powerful, because this medic bunker will reach, I'm not really sure the exact range of medic bunkers, but it'll pick up casualties pretty much on this entire half of the map. And this one half, if I open the tactical map, this right hand side of the map is the side of the map you want to control as Wehrmacht. It's very easy to control. You can keep your MG in here if you like. You can put 2 MGs, keep one right here, and put one right over here, and it's very difficult to flank because you can wire off here, which is what I did. You can also wire off down here. You can mine over here. It's very difficult to penetrate the right hand side if you play it correctly. He also does have his M8 on the field right now, and if you don't have your AT up on the field when an M8 hits, jump in a building. It's a good little safety, good little insurance policy against the M8. He's going to waste a lot of time shooting at that building, which is what I think he's going to do right now. He is being smart, though. This is what you want to do if you have an M8 on this map. You want to put it right against the side of this building. The reason for that is, if you look at where my pack, I have to move my pack all the way over here. Instead, if he had, say, moved right here, I could have moved my pack right in here, and then it's in a central location. I can attack him if he comes over here, or if he comes down here. But instead, he put it right here, and I need to move all the way over to this side, and he's going to notice this, and he's going to move over in time. He's also trying to cut me off, which is a good idea. However, I did go tier 2, and he doesn't really need to be too concerned about cutting me off at this point, because I've invested a lot of manpower in my tier 2 tech, and I'm not going to really be able to do much, and my bike dies. That was kind of funny. I don't think I remember that. I played this game a while ago, but I'm also maybe going to do the Volk squad. This isn't very good. He's trying to flank, but as you see, I have one MG back here, and that's going to really push him off entirely. He made the mistake of clumping up a little too much. He sent the bulk of his army down here, which is really not what he needed to do. What he needed to do was probably, I mean, it's tough in Company Affairs Online because units die so quickly to Wehrmacht units early game. Very, very difficult to play Americans in Company Affairs Online. But anyways, he needed to send one squad over here to cap this and distract me, while on the rest of his squads moved over here. Infantry in first to try to take out the pack, and once he decrews my pack, or at least reveals it, bring the M8 in. He hasn't repaired it yet, but he's going to with the charismatic engineers. Oh yeah, I forgot. People think repairing units with more men in them, such as charismatic engineers, repair units faster than regular engineers, and that isn't true. The game doesn't care how many individual people are repairing, it only cares how many squads are repairing.